into a plan of action for implementation by the diocesan office so that the status report on the implementation of such resolutions be presented by the chairman of the resolutions committee. Resolution number 15, that the drafts of the synod minutes be circulated to synod members as soon as it is feasible in order that members could check on the implementation of decisions taken at synod meetings. Resolution number 16, that the diocesan health desk work out strategies to revive the health intervention mobile clinic projects at least once a month to help combat MDG 6. That thanks and sincere appreciation is sent to members of the clergy who have worked on tirelessly and have given their best to their diocesan work as well as their full-time regular work. We thank God for their commitment to the non-stipend yearly ministry and salute their spouses and family members who have provided much support to their work for God. Resolution 18. That sincere thanks is sent to all those who have contributed to the smooth running and success of Synod 2013 at the St. Paul's Church. These are Venerable Mother Priscilla Morupe Gladys Johnson and her team, Mrs. Victoria E. Clark, Mr. Emeka Anyeguna, the PCC, and all others who have contributed in various ways in supporting the parish during Synod 2013. Resolution 19, that the organizations in various parishes each come together to form a diocesan body to collectively and meaningfully contribute to the development .
Hello and welcome to the interview. My guest today is Dr. Omar Jah. He's the acting Deputy Vice Chancellor at the University of the Gambia, an erudite Islamic scholar. Dr. Jah, welcome to the interview.
Thank you, Malik, and thank you, viewers. I would like to congratulate all of you on the advent of the holy month of Ramadan.
May I also take the opportunity to wish you Ramadan Al-Karim.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Very well, Doctor. This is a very, very significant month that we are going into. But let me get your own perspective on how significant is the holy month of Ramadan.
Thank you very much. Malik, you see, religion is as necessary as today when we talk about science today. For material development, science has become so necessary. Religion is that necessary in our spiritual development. That is why from the beginning, from scratch, human beings felt it. Mankind knows that they are not perfect. They need support. And Allah knows that mankind also needs support. And he came to their rescue from scratch. That is why the first man and woman on earth receive religion as a form of support because there's a guidance. We are so imperfect and we know it, so much so that when you throw one of us from an airplane, we only scream. No matter how powerful you are, how rich you are, once you get a toothache, a problem at night, you feel and you acknowledge being weak. No matter how powerful you are, when you travel, navigate on the seas and oceans and there is a movement of the waves, you see it. You feel that you need support. So this kind of support is the thing that Allah knows and mankind knows. That's why from the beginning you see people trying to have their own religion. That's why religion came to rescue us, to guide us in our raison d'etre. Within this framework, Ramadan is part and parcel of what we call the 5 pillars of Islam. And Malik, every pillar has a work out in our spiritual development. Shahadatun la ilaha illallah is the entrance. Wa anna Muhammadan Rasulullah is the entrance. Iqamatus salat, to establish prayer, is to help you is to prevent you from falling into the trap of shaitan. Ita is zakah, to give alms, to give zakah, is to purify the society from grudge. And fast, Allah says, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, is to help you acquire self-control. The significance, Mike, of fasting is to help the individual acquire self-control. Of course, in our society, socially, we have different status. Many of us are rich and some of us are poor. The poor will feel unhappy with the rich if the rich does not share. In order for Allah to help the rich understand what the poor feels, especially hunger and thirst, Allah asks us to taste it, to know, oh, my neighbor with whom I have been living have been really suffering. Now let me now share the surplus with him. So it has a social benefit to lead to social intactness and then cleanse and purify grudge from the heart and make us live as brothers and sisters in the society. Of course, individually, it has a lot of benefits. Last year I traveled to one of the European countries where they are complaining about obesity. And the amount of money they spend in the pharmaceutical industry. You get fat, and then you go and spend a lot of money that should have been spent elsewhere to get skinny. Then you are slim, after 3 months you get fat. You know, the pharmaceutical industry is taking a lot of money that could have been spent. When he asked me about it, I said the problem is that you take more than your share of the world and you don't fast. You see, when you fast, then you don't have to complain about obesity, right? Because the fats are going to be burned during the Ramadan. So there's a lot of health benefits as at the individual level, and you yourself feel it. I feel it when I fast. These are the benefits, and I cannot tell you more because I'm not a medical doctor, but when you talk to medical doctors, they can tell you a lot about the health benefits of Ramadan, but socially.
On the spiritual side of it.
On the spiritual side of it. The spiritual side of the spiritual side of it is what I started saying about لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. Allah is saying, I have made it obligatory to you the way I made it obligatory on the people before you, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, for you to acquire piety. You see, Mike, Egyptians long time ago believed that, you see, we are body and soul at the same time. The body is created from the mud. And because it's created from the mud, you are pulled down always to the mud by the vices of hunger, anger, greed, arrogance, eating nice things, looks. They will pull you down. If you want your soul to float, you have to suppress that. The more you suppress the demands
of the
yes, the more you suppress the demand of the body, the more you have your soul floating, spiritually developing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to get closer to Him. The Egyptian